back to my channel. So I had got a lot of requests on my Instagram, DMs, and sometimes you guys would comment on my YouTube post on how I do my eyebrows. I don't have like super filled in brows. If you notice, they're kind of just, I don't know, this one's darker than this one. That's just how my brows go. But the way I fill them in, it might not help you, but if it does help you, just make sure you guys, when you do it, hashtag glam doll, so that I could be able to see you guys doing my tutorial. You know, whenever you guys do my makeup or my brow, the way I do my brows or anything, make sure you hashtag glam dolls. Let's get that in a movement. So to start off, I do fill in my brows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Ebony. It's not really Anastasia clear brow gel. A lot of people don't use brow gel, but ever since I started using it, I have not been able to stop. And then you need a flat tip concealer brush. Was the Morphe M165. These are really cheap for people who don't want to spend 40 bucks on like a couple brushes. And then I also use, this is the Anastasia, it's a flat tip brush, and it also has a spoolie. This is the Morphe M124, and it's just a flat brush. The Tarte Shape Tip and the Infallible, because this is a dupe for this one. If you don't or cannot afford the Tarte one, this one's definitely a dupe for it. So I'm gonna use this one today. And then I also use my Too Faced foundation. You want a mirror. Sorry, my handprints are all back here, but you do want a mirror to be able to see yourself closer. So I do start with the clear brow gel, and this one I just go like this to kind of get my eyebrows in the placement I want. I am growing my brows out, so you guys are going to see the whatchamacallit, all the little hairs growing. I'm gonna grow them out so that soon I won't have to fill them in. So I do in the front kind of just move them forward and up, and then do you see the difference already the brow gel does? Like this eyebrow almost looks the same color as this one. I work at them on the same time. Pick up a little bit of product from my Anastasia. I do draw here, and I shape the bottom of my brow. Sorry if you guys could see my mirror, it's because I can't really do it on the camera. You could give yourself the shape that you desire. It doesn't have to be the same as mine. It could be whatever you feel is gonna work for you, or you always wanted your brows to look like. Then I grab my spoolie and I just kind of diffuse the line in the front, so that way it doesn't look so harsh. Okay, then I'm going to grab a little bit of product and not take it all the way like you did on the bottom. You're going to take it halfway, or even a little bit less than halfway, and you're going to shape your brow what it's looking like. Then I just grab the leftover product and I kind of make a line so I know where I'm going and how I want my shape to be. So that's the shape. Instead of filling the brows in with the tip, I do grab a little bit of the product. So this is a product, and I just go like this, and I go here, like so. So that is how I fill in the sparse areas, because sometimes I don't know why the product just doesn't want to attach to my skin. So right here I have sparse areas again down here, and I just fill it in. I prefer to put the product on the back of my hand, that way my product, because the Anastasia dip brow does dry out really fast. So I do just take out bits and pieces That way it doesn't dry out. Then I grab my spoolie and I kind of just blend the product in like that. It looks rough right now, but trust, when you clean it up with concealer. And I think I don't know why me, I definitely feel like I look weird until the very end. Okay, so they look musty, dusty, crusty right now, but it's okay because it's not gonna look like that. So you're gonna do the same thing. I use the shade 350 in the Infallible, if you guys kind of are the similar color to me, and I put it on the back of my hand rather than just placing it on there. So instead of placing it right under, I do go a little bit under it, not completely by my brow, and I move the product up that way, because if you start there and you have too much on your brush, it's just gonna fuck up your whole everything you had, you know, because you do start with a lot of product on your brush. Concealer in here, that way I could even it out on the other side. I'm sorry, you guys have to see how all my ugliness up close. My forehead while I conceal the bottom of my definitely a little bit more right here. I grab a little bit of my foundation as well on my hand, on the back of my hand, not my hand. And I grab the flatter brush, the other flat brush, because you don't want to use the same concealer and foundation brush because you don't want to mix the product, since my concealer is definitely lighter than my foundation. So again, you don't want to place it right on your brow. You want to place it a little bit above before you start to clean it. Like that. And like I said, if you need to pick up more product, just keep going back and forth. Don't just place a bunch of product on your brow, because that's just gonna mess up everything, and all your hard work is gonna go to waste. So that is how it's looking. Then I'm going to do the other eye. Sorry, I tend to go back and forth through my products. See, and this is why I say to take out pieces, because it gets really dry. This is how mine is looking. And then you just want to blend, like if you have extra foundation, just blend it up. And I just grab my foundation brush, and from the edge of my nose, I do bring it up. And I know right now they look a little boxy, but you'll see what I'm gonna do. That way you're gonna be able to see if they're even or they're not. But since they're a little bit of boxy, I do grab my spoolie and I just go like this. And brush it out, so that way it doesn't look boxy. Go back with my brow gel and do the same thing I did in the beginning. I put brow gel twice, so it helps my hair stay in place. And if you have like a dry mascara, like a drying mascara, that's because it's drying already, you don't want to use a brow gel or just can't afford one, use a mascara, a dry mascara. I grab my beauty sponge and I just blend out under and on top. So it doesn't look rough. And those are my brows. Because a lot of people ask why I take forever. I take forever because it's hard to get them even, and I like my brows to look even. I ask Juan about 5 to 6 times a day, or 6 times a day, 6 times a time if my brows are even, because I like them to look more like twins rather than just sisters. But if you guys did find this tutorial helpful, make sure you leave a comment, share it, and subscribe.